What's going on, everybody? My name is Tech, and for the last 15 years, I was the #1 seller of pre-owned men's clothing on eBay. But today, we are somewhere out in the Everglades, and there are more alligators out here than there are people. There might be a cyclist or two that rolls through, but there's definitely more alligators than people out here. But every now and then, I come out here to the Everglades, take a little stroll, reflect, recollect. And the interesting part about the word recollect that I think about a lot is that it's already part of our collection. We just have to go back and get it. And for a long time in my eBay career, it was very fast paced, very go, go, go. And I didn't take a lot of time to recollect, to collect everything that has been happening over the years, kind of think about stuff, remember part of the journey. And, today, that's kind of what I'm doing, and I just want to kind of share some thoughts with you guys out there. But first and foremost, I appreciate everybody for checking out all the videos. I appreciate everybody that drops the comments. I would like to take a pulse of the community that we have here, maybe the reseller community at large, depending on who listens to this, and just ask you guys, if you normally don't leave a comment, please drop a comment. How are you guys doing? How's business? How's life? How's eBay? How's Poshmark? Whatever you sell, how is it going? I just want to ask you guys that. I respond to every single comment. I read every single comment. If you want to write a book down below, then by all means, write a book down below. I'll read it. I'll respond. I understand. I've been there. I've gone through everything that each one of you guys are going through. And I've done eBay all the way pile in the corner. I've done eBay all the way to the highest level, millions of dollars per year. So we have something in common. Each and every one of the people that are listening to this right now, we have something in common. I have been a 10-a-day lister. I know the complications that come with that. I have been a 20-a-day lister. I know the complications that come with that too. I've listed 50, I've listed 80, I've listed 100, I've listed 120. I built a multi-million-dollar business. I can relate, I can sympathize, I can understand what each and every person is going through out there. And I think for me, that's something unique about me, is because I've been at every level and I've won and succeeded at every single level. So every single level that we're at, there's always going to be an obstacle. There's always going to be a wall. A lot of times those obstacles and those walls are mental. A lot of physical obstacles we can get over and we can overcome. So first and foremost, I just wanted to express my gratitude. And I just wanted to talk to you guys, the people that actually watch the videos, and just ask you how we're doing. And I never want this channel to be a self-serving channel. I never want it to be about me. I just want to help. I just want to bring something positive to the community. I just want to drop knowledge. I just want to get information. I just want to help, to teach, to learn, drop a lesson, drop something valuable in every single one of the videos. And tell me if I'm wrong. I think, I hope, I pray that I've been able to do that thus far. I'm trying my best to have a theme, something to teach throughout the way, through every single video. But again, I would like to hear from you guys. If you always drop a comment, please. How's life? How's business? How things are going? If you have watched all the videos and never dropped a comment, I would like to hear from you too. Please drop a comment. If it's going good, just say good. I just want to hear from you. I just want to hear from the people that are out there receiving these messages, that are out there watching the videos, and hopefully building better businesses, moving forward positive and productive. And, as I was walking out here, I've had a very long journey. I've been doing eBay for 15 years. Every single day of my life. When I say every single day, it has literally been every single day of my life. And, 5 years ago, I started talking in the group that, I'm moving into a different chapter in my life. I am very fortunate. eBay has been very good to me. The hard work that I've done, the hard work that my family has done, has paid off for us in ways that I could never, ever imagine. I never thought in a million years, when I listed my first eBay item, that I would be able to utilize a platform like YouTube, utilize a platform like the group, and give back to thousands, tens of thousands of people. So, a lot of these things have been lost, and I'm trying to recollect them in my steel trap hard drive of a brain. And taking these walks sometimes late in the day kind of helps me get my thoughts, collect my thoughts, and maybe formulate a new one. So I remember way back when I started eBay, I was a single dad. I didn't meet my now wife until my son was 6 years old or so. So I was on my own for a strong 6 years. My wife, shout out to her. She has helped me tremendously since I met her 15 plus years ago. But for the first 6 years, I was 100% on my own, trying to figure out, trying to navigate. Very young, I had him at 18. How do I put money on the table? How do I put food on the table? How do I keep a roof over his head? And how do I provide for him everything that he wants and everything that I want to give him? And luckily, I stumbled upon eBay. And I remember what my first goal on eBay was. And I remember what my first realization about selling online, about eBay, that made it different than anything that I have ever been exposed to. So there was a time when I had just started eBay. Maybe I was getting a little bit serious, and someone that was close to my mom had passed away. It was a tragic situation. They passed away. It was a freak accident. So my aunt, my mom's sister, and me, we drove up to North Florida where she lives. And on the way back, my aunt was kind of talking to me about eBay, and she was kind of saying, like, I see you send out a lot of packages. Like, it looks like you're doing well. And I told her, I said, right now I'm making $100 a day profit. And like, that was the goal that I was trying to get to. And my aunt, who worked a regular 9-to-5 job in an office setting, she was like, well, wow, you're making as much as me. Like, I make $500 a week, take home after everything is done. You got to remember, this was, 13, 14 years ago. And so she was making $500 a week. And a lot of people probably in the same position, unfortunately, are still making $500 a week. So when I told her my goal was to make $100 a day profit, she was kind of blown away that I can make $100 a day profit listing on eBay when she had to go to work in an office all day to make the same $100 a day. And she was talking about how we were making the same amount of money. But what she didn't understand and what didn't click with me at the time was that we weren't making the same amount of money. I was making $100 a day, 7 days a week. She was making $100 a day, 5 days a week. So I was making $700 a day profit because my first goal was to make $100 a day profit. And I was making more money than your conventional, your traditional kind of average, everyday 9-to-5 job. And that's when it kind of hit me. That's when it kind of unlocked the opportunity that eBay is, that it never stops. eBay never stops. You get paid every single day. We have the option and opportunity to get paid every single day, so long as we put in the work up front to have the payments roll in when the time has come. We don't have to not get paid on Saturdays. We do not have to not get paid on Sundays. Holidays, we're still open. And I remember that was my first goal. So if you're a beginner, have your first goal be $100 a day profit, 7 days a week. You end up making $700 a week profit. And that's not a horrible living. It is not a horrible living at all. And I remember that my next goal was, once I was able to, consistently do $100 a day profit, my next goal was I want to make $1,000 a week profit. And I knew that my profit goal was going to be $142 a day. And in my head, all I thought about was, I just have to get 42 extra dollars. And when you break it down like that to the nitty gritty, to the granular of it, having accomplished $100 a day, there was no doubt in my mind that I can put the work in and get an extra 42 bucks. Sure, it's gonna take time, but you're only talking another sale a day, 2 sales a day, maybe 3 or 4 sales a day, an extra 3 or 4 sales a day. And now I'm sitting here making $1,000 profit, where in my imagination, I have no education. I've never been to college. I had a son at 18. The furthest education I ever got was high school. That was it. When I graduated in the early 2000s, the computers, online, that was all brand new. So like, I didn't have the wherewithal. I didn't have the education. My mom didn't have the experience or the knowledge to try to find scholarships, try to find opportunities, which now they're a touch of the keyboard away. So like, for me, having a son young, for me not having the education enough to find the scholarships, I missed out on going to college. But that might have been one of the best things that have ever happened to me. So I reached this time where I was able to make $142 profit a day. That was giving me $1,000 profit per week. Something in my wildest dreams I would never ever think that I would be able to accomplish. I remember as a little kid, my dad, he used to pick us up on Fridays, and we would always stop at 7-Eleven. We would always get a Slurpee. We would always stop at Barnett Bank, which Barnett Bank is no longer around. And I remember he used to sign his paycheck and he used to put it in the tube, and he used to get $400. He used to get $400 bills, and he was making $10 an hour. And I thought, like, that's big time. Like, that's it. That's the big time. So, you know, coming from really not much, my mom was a waitress. She was a single mom. She used to work from 2 in the afternoon to 10 at night. And then she used to work from 11 at night till 7 in the morning, double shifts every single day. She used to come pick us up at 7 in the morning, take us to school. By the time we got home from school, she was already gone to work. So the only time I really saw my mom growing up was that 30 minutes, 1 hour of her taking us to school every single day in the morning. And then my dad picked us up on Fridays for the weekend. And I just remember him always getting $400 bills on the paycheck. So when I was able to reach this point where I was able to make $1,000 profit per week, I was on the top of the world. I was on cloud 9. That was my second goal as an eBay seller. My third goal was to make $273 profit per day. If you do that every single day, 365 days a year, that's $100,000 a year. And that is what most people, you ask them what they want to do, that's most people's goal when they talk about reselling. And there's a lot of ways to do it. The simplest example of doing it, it's not a requirement, but the simplest example of doing it is finding 14 items a day that'll sell for a $20 profit, and that'll get you $280 a day profit, $102,000 profit a year. That is the easiest example of doing it. However, there's just not one way to do it. As we know, as resellers, there's a million ways to do it. We just have to choose one. And with every single level of these goals come obstacles. There's obstacles at $100 profit. There's obstacles at $142 a day profit. There's obstacles at $273 a day profit. There's obstacles at $2,739 a day profit. And that's millionaire math. One day my goal was, I want to sell $1 million a year. That's $2,739. And I've done this math over and over and over again. That's why I can recall it from memory, because these were a lot of goals that I have painstakingly put forth a lot of effort in order to do, just like all of you guys are doing. All of you guys are putting forth all of this effort painstakingly every single day, hopefully putting up the best listings as possible, hopefully finding the best items as possible. And what I figured out real quick about scaling to the next level, because everyone wants to scale, we have questions about scaling, is that, you know, we can go to 5 thrift stores a week. We can get the best 100 items a week. In order to scale, if you keep going to those 5 same thrift stores, and now you need 120 items per week, you're scaling down, you're decreasing your margin, you're decreasing your sell-through, and that is a more difficult way to scale, rather than, instead of going to 5 stores or going out 5 days per week, you have to go to 6 stores or go out 6 days per week. And all you have to do to scale on eBay, this is, people, they don't talk about this. All you have to do to scale on eBay is just go to an additional store and just keep buying the same items that you've been buying. You don't have to buy different items. You don't have to do anything differently. If you have success buying Peter Millar, just go to another store and find another Peter Millar. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just go to more places and give yourself another opportunity to get a like item, to get the same kind of item. That's it. So when I was going on the thrift route, at the absolute peak of my thrift route, it was 55 stores per week. It was 3 days a week at the flea market, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. And on Saturday and Sunday, I would go to 2 different flea markets on those days because my listing goal was very aggressive. It was 120 items per day. Now, did I have to learn 120 new items every single day? The answer is absolutely not. I had to learn to give myself enough opportunities where I can find the same 25, the same 30 items that I always sell. I just need more of those particular items. That's it. So, we don't always have to reinvent the wheel. If you're finding success, just do more of that. And I talk to a lot of resellers, and the most confusing thing that I come across is, I was doing this was what I was making, or this was the outcome, and then I decided to change and do something else. So if we are finding success, if we are doing something that's working, why do we wake up the next day and choose to do something else? If you're finding something that works, just do that. Just do more of that. That's it. If you are finding success, do more of what brought you the success. I have done the same exact thing for 15 years. I have just done it for 15 years. That's it. If you are finding success 1 month in the game, do it for 2 months, do it for 4 months, do it for 6 months, do it for 8 months. The compounding effect, the accumulation of the snowball that you can have the momentum wise on eBay is something that I have never experienced in any of the businesses that I have been able to build. Thank you to the money that I have made on eBay. I have never experienced that snowball effect, that compound effect, that accumulation of momentum that I have with eBay. If you are consistent, if you are consistently doing the same exact thing that has been working. That's all we have to do. Find something that works and keep doing it. That's it. And when you find success, especially as someone who comes from nothing, doesn't come from a whole lot, it's a very weird experience. It's very almost isolating a little bit. And for me, it was isolating for me because I didn't know. I felt unsure. I didn't have confidence in my success. I, kind of alienated myself from, the environment that I was in because it was different. And when you do find success, it can be a little bit intimidating. You get into this confidence issue. And, I just challenge everybody we have a great community. We have a great reseller community. Like I told you guys in the last chat a couple of months ago, find people, find peers that you can share something with, that they can push you, you can push them. Find an accountability partner. Just find somebody. We can't compete with everybody in the reseller space. We have to collaborate with people. Like I said before in the last video a couple months ago, the higher levels that I go up, the more people want to work with me. In the bottom, the lower levels, we get stuck into this crab in a bucket mentality where someone starts doing good, all we want to do is pull them back down. And that may be natural human, the way that humans are built, because everybody wants you to do great until you start doing better than them. And then it changes a little bit. And then it gets into this crab in a bucket mentality where they have to pull you down to their level for whatever reason, because not a lot of people, want to see people around them doing better, working harder, getting more, advancing in life, and being better at their craft and what they're doing. So surround yourself with people that are doing better than you. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube community, in the comments. If you're looking for an accountability partner, post it in the comments. Utilize the community here on this channel. Post it in the comments. Hey, I sell this. I struggle with this. I'm looking for an accountability partner. And if you're looking for an accountability partner, post it in the comments below. Link up, collaborate, don't compete. And when I learned to collaborate and not compete, that's when my business exploded. That's when my network exploded. And when my business exploded and my network exploded, my net worth exploded. So I appreciate everybody for checking it out. If you have watched all the videos, you don't post a lot of comments. If you do post comments, please post below. I would like to hear from everybody. How you doing? Doing great? Tell me you're doing great. Struggling? Let me know what you're struggling with. I'm happy to help. In the back 9 of my life here, I think I have technically reached middle age. I just turned 40 years old. The back 9 of my life, I've been very fortunate. I have come from nothing, built myself into something all by myself. And a lot of times I wish there was somebody out there that would be able to help when I needed help. And I was never able to find that person. So if I could be that person for as many people as possible, that's what's going to fulfill me from here on out. I have everything else that I need. I don't have anything flashy. I don't have a fancy car. I don't wear fancy clothes. The measure of my success from here on out is going to be the amount of people that I can help. And I'm not an expert in anything. I do know eBay very well, and that's the vehicle that I can help the most amount of people. So the amount of people that I can help is going to be my trophies. I don't need a Ferrari. I don't need a Lamborghini. I don't need Versace. I don't need Louis Vuitton. I need to have all these trophies of all these people who can say, you know, at the end of my day, when they put me down, that, you know what, that dude was all right. He helped me. And that's what I need for the rest of my life. And that's going to be my mission going forward. So again, I appreciate everybody for hanging out with me this week. Next week, we'll get back to world domination flea market videos. I promise. My wife and I were going to start traveling a little bit more. If you like sharing these thoughts, if you like these kind of videos, post it below. Next week, we'll hit the flea market domination, I promise. If you are looking for a community, I do have a great group of over 2,400 people. They renew every single month, so you know everybody's in there making money. We have tutorials, walkthroughs, beginners, coaching, live calls, 30 live calls per week in every single niche that you can imagine. I host a morning call every single day. And if you're looking to get into a community, we're only positive, we're only productive. I run a tight ship, believe me. And if that's something that you're interested in, the link is below. If not, no harm, no foul, no pressure. You'll never see high pressure from me. I help people on Instagram. I help people in the comments. I help people everywhere. So if you need help, you got a question, comment, topic, thing you want to explore, I'm here for you. So I appreciate everybody for hopping in here with me today. Sun's going down, beautiful day. As always, be great.